Hello everyone, I am an aptitude trainer from Department of Career Planning and Development of Chandigarh University. So today we are going to discuss our topic, that is probability, and we are going to discuss the second part of the probability. Now in the first part we have discussed what are the events, what are the type of experiments, what is the general way to solve any probability question, what is a probability. Then we have seen the three types. Firstly, the question based on coins, then the question based on dices, then thirdly the question based on the cards, and you will see the generalized question based on those concepts. Now we will move forward to the next concept of the probability, which is conditional probability. Conditional probability is what? It is the probability when one of the thing is already done. When one of the thing is already done, then we have to find the probability of the other thing. Like if there are two cases, firstly A and second B. Now I have to say that what is the probability of A when B has already been done. Probability of A when B has already been done. So we have taken the two events, firstly A event, secondly B event. Then if I have to say probability of A when B is already done. When B is already done. So how we will write this? We will write as P probability of A straight line, vertical line, when B is already done. And the formula for this will be, see, if I have taken the probability of doing A, let us see, let us take it as an example. Probability of doing A is 1 by A and probability of doing B is 1 by 4. Then the probability of A and B means combined way. So we will say the intersection. So here we will take probability of A intersection B and divided by what? Divided by the event which is already done. So here we have taken the B is already done, so divided by probability of B. Divided by probability of B. This is the very important formula in case of conditional probability, and in this way we always find the conditional probability. Here if the question asks to you probability of A as well as B, it will be what? It will be probability of A when B is already done multiply by probability of B. Okay. Now here again, if it is given to you in this, if it is given probability of, we have to find B when A is done. Probability of B when A is already done. So we will write probability of B intersection A divided by probability of A. In division we always write the probability of that event which is already being done before doing the other event. Okay, this is the generalized concept of the conditional probability. Now let us see few questions based on the conditional probability. This is the definition. The conditional probability of an event A given B is the probability of an event A which occur given the another event B has occurred. Means B is already done before, then you have to find the probability of A. So this intersectional part, this common part, this you have to find. So we will write probability of A intersection B, this one, divided by probability of B. Divided by probability of B, as it is given to us, is B has already been done. Okay. Now let us see the question. Question number 1 is, a mobile manufactured by a company consists of two types of mobiles. So there are red color mobile, secondly we have black colored mobile. These are the two types of mobiles. So in the process of manufacturing of the red color mobile, 91 out of 100 are non-defective. So non-defective pieces of red are 91 out of 100. So this is the probability of non-defective piece. It will be 91 out of 100. Then next line is, and in the manufacturing process of the black color mobile phone, 95 out of 100 are non-defective. So non-defective in case of black, it is 95 pieces out of total 100 pieces. Now you have to calculate the probability that the assembled type is non-defective. Assembled type is non-defective. So it can either be red color or it can be black color, right? So we have to find probability of non-defective piece. We have to find probability of non-defective piece. Either it will be of a red color or it will be of a black color. Okay, so we will take the combined probability. So the total case is 91 multiplied by 95, this will be the non-defective, divided by 100 multiplied by 100. Okay, so if you solve this, it will comes out to be 8645 divided by 100 into 100, so 4 times 100, 4 times 0, so it will be 0.8645. 0.8645. This will be the correct answer in this case. Okay, clear to everyone? This is your first question where we have to find probability of the assembled type is non-defective. Now let us move to the next question. Second question is, in a class 20% of the students are boys. So there are boys and girls. Okay, so 20% of the students are boys, means 1/5 of the total strength are the boys and 80% are the girls. So we will say 4 out of 5 are the girls. Next, probability that the boys passed the mathematics. So this is the next case. Firstly it will be a boy, then the boy which is pass in math, passing in maths. This is only for the boys, that is how much? 0.5, so it will be 1/2. Then if it is a girl, then the girl passing in maths, probability given to you is 0.10. We can take it as 1/10. Now we have to find what is the probability that the selected student passed in mathematics. So we have to find probability of pass in mathematics. Either it will be a boy or it will be a girl, that doesn't matter, but the student need to pass in the maths. So it will be what? Firstly we will take probability of boy multiply by probability of boy passing maths plus probability of girl multiply by probability of passing maths, which is a girl, right? So we will take what? Probability of boy is 1/5 multiply by probability of boy passing maths, it is 1/2 plus probability of girl 4/5 multiply by probability of passing maths when it is a girl, so it will be 1/10. So we will say 1/10 plus 4/50, or we can say it is 9/50. If you solve this, probability of pass in maths, it will comes out to be 0.18. 0.18. This is your correct answer after solving this. Okay, so this is the case of the conditional probability where we have to find the student should pass in math, either it will be a boy or it will be a girl. So firstly we have selected, firstly I have taken that the boy is selected, then boy passing the maths, then I have selected the girl, then the girl passing the maths. Okay, now let us see the next type. Next type is odd on an even. Odds on an even. Now here is, let E be any event is given to you, E associated with a random experiment. So there is a random experiment. We have taken X outcomes are in the favor of E. means if I have said you that will it rain tomorrow, so x is the possibility, x% is the possibility of a of the thing that is it will rain tomorrow, and y will be the outcome that it will not rain tomorrow, that is against the event which I have asked. So x is the outcome in the favor of E, y is the outcome that is not favorable to E. Then odds in favor means odds in favor of E, that we will write as x ratio y. In this way we will write the odds of an event. This is the event odds of in favor of E. Must remember this is in favor of E. So x is the outcome of in favor. So firstly we will write whatever is asked to us. Firstly it is asked to us favorable outcomes. So x are the favorable outcomes, ratio which are not favorable. Okay. Then odds against E are y is the outcomes which are not favorable. So y comes first, ratio x. So if we have to find the probability of events in favor, that will be x is the outcome in favor divided by total. Total outcomes are how much? Favorable plus not favorable. So it will be x upon x plus y, and probability not in favor. Probability not in favor will be equals to y, that is the outcomes that are not in favor divided by total outcomes, that is x plus y. Okay, in this way we will write the odds of an event. Let us take an example based on the same concept. Question is, if the odds in favor of x solving the problem, so x in favor is given to you, of solving the problem is 4 to 3, means 4 ratio 3. So if I say probability of x solving the problem, probability will be what? It will be 4 divided by 4 plus 3, that will be 7. So this will be the probability of x solving the problem. This is your question number 1 that you have to answer. X solving the problem, that is 4 upon 7. So if I ask probability of x not solving the problem, probability of x not solving the problem, so it is a non-favorable, so it will be what? It will be 3 divided by 7. It will be 3 divided by 7. So the next given to you is odds against y. So means it is given to you y in not favorable. It is given to you y against. So not favor is against. It is given to you 2 to 6. So we will say probability of y not solving the problem will be what? It will be 2 divided by 2 plus 6, that is 8, or we can say 1 by 4, and we have to find probability of y solving the problem. So the probability of y solving the problem will be what? It will be 1 minus 1 upon 4, that will give you 3 by 4. So this is the correct answer of the second one, right? This is the correct answer of the second one. Let us see another question. Next is these are our another types, miscellaneous type questions. Question is, a lottery box contains 50 lottery tickets numbering from 1 to 50. If a lottery ticket is drawn at a random, what is the probability that the number drawn is a multiple of 3 or 5? It is given to you, probability of a number drawn is a multiple of 3 or 5. Now we have seen the events which are mutually exclusive. Mutually exclusive are what? That the probability of x is not dependent on the outcomes of y, right? X is not dependent on y and y is not dependent on x, right? But in this case, this question, it is non-mutually exclusive. Why? Because probability of a number divided by 3 is dependent on the probability of number divided by 5. Why? Because it is asked to you number either divided by 3 or divided by 5. So there are few numbers which are divided by both, right? There are the few numbers which are divided by both. So how to solve this? Probability of number multiple of 3 or 5. This we have to find. So I find probability of multiple of 3 plus probability of multiple of 5. This will be correct. If this is the mutually exclusive, then this will be the answer. But here those numbers are calculated 2 times. The events outcomes are calculated 2 times, which are divided by both 3 and 5, right? So we have to subtract the probability of those numbers which are multiple of 3 and 5. We have to subtract those which are the probability of multiple of 3 as well as 5. Okay, so this is the same as the our sets question. Here we have the probability, there we have the number only, right? So we have to find the numbers out of 1 to 50. So those which are divided by 3, multiple of 3. So we will start with 3, then 6, continuously till how much? Last will be 48. So how to find 48? Everyone knew the AP, arithmetic progression. So it will be what? A plus n minus 1d. So first number is what? That is 3 plus n minus 1. Difference is how much? Difference is 3 only. So n minus 1 will comes out to be 15, n will be 16. So there are 16 numbers which are divided by 3 out of how much? Out of 50. So probability of multiple of 3 will be 16 divided by 50. Then we have to find the multiple of 5. So 5, 10, continuously till 45, or we can say 50 till 50. So it will be 50 will be equals to 5 plus n minus 1 multiplied by 5. So it will be what? N minus 1 will be equals to 9. From here n comes out to be 10. So probability of multiple of 5, it will be 10 out of 50. Then we have to find multiple of both 3 and 5. So how to find that? 3 and 5 both are the prime numbers, so we can also find multiple of 15. So multiple of 15 are which number? 15, 30 and 45 only. 3, 15, 30 and 45. So there are only 3 numbers. So probability of those which are multiple of 3 and 5, it will be 3 out of 50. 3 out of 50. So it will be what? Probability will be what? 16 plus 10 minus 3 divided by 50. This will be equal to 23 divided by 50. So our correct answer is 23 divided by 50 is the probability of the number drawn is the multiple of 3 or 5. Either it will be multiple of 3 or it will be a multiple of 5. So the answer will be 23 out of 50. So 23 divided by 50. Okay, I hope this question is clear to everyone. Now let us see another question. Next question is, these are the miscellaneous questions, are very important questions based on the probability. This is the pure crux of the probability. So the probability that leap year has 52 Sundays. So in a leap year, everyone knew, in every leap year there are total 366 days. And in these 366 days, we have 52 weeks and 2 extra days. We have 52 weeks and 2 extra days. Okay. Now, in these 52 weeks, every day will come for 52 times, right? In these 52 weeks, every day, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday till Sunday, every day will come for 52 times in a year. But now these 2 extra days, will be what? These 2 extra days, it will be what? It will be, let us take the cases. Firstly, if we start from Monday, it will be either Monday or Tuesday, Tuesday or Wednesday, Wednesday or Thursday, Thursday or Friday, Friday or Saturday, then Saturday or Sunday, and Sunday or Monday. These are the cases. So we have total 7 cases. So these are the total 7 spaces, total 7 sample space. So n of sample space is 7. So now firstly we will find if there are 53 Sundays. There will be either 52 or 53. Firstly I am finding probability of 53 Sundays in a leap year. 53 Sundays in a leap year. So n of even e, it will be what? Either Saturday or Sunday. This is the one. Then secondly it will be either it will be Sunday or Monday. So these are the 2. So n of e will be 2. So probability of 53 Sundays will be what? It will be 2 out of 7. So if I have to find probability of 52 Sundays, it will be the negative of this, that probability of 52 Sundays, it will be 1 minus probability of 53 Sundays in a leap year. So it will be 1 minus 2 upon 7, or we can say 5 upon 7 is the correct answer. So our answer will be 5 upon 7 if we have to find the probability that a leap year has 52 Sundays. So it will be 5 by 7. If we have to find leap year has 53 Sundays, then the answer will be 2 by 7. Clear? Now let us take one more example. Next question is, there are total 15 people sits around a circular table. So there are 15 people sits around a circular table. We have to find what are the odds against 2 particular people sitting together. 2 particular people are sitting together. So probability of 2 people sitting together, right? It will be what? N of people sitting together, if we take it as E divided by N of total arrangement, right? Total arrangement of those 15 people. So in circular, we always knew how to find the total arrangement. It will be what? In circular arrangement, n minus 1 factorial. So we can say 14 factorial. So n of 2 people sitting together. We have done this concept in the permutation and combination, sitting together. This will be, now 2 people are collectively counted and remaining there are 13 people. So 13 plus 1 group, that is 14. So to arrange those 14, we have 13 factorial ways multiply by. These 2 will also arrange in itself, so it will be 2 factorial. So probability of 2 people sitting together, it will be 13 factorial multiplied by 2 factorial divided by 14 factorial. We can say it will comes out to be 1 upon 7. Now the question is, what are the odds against 2 people sitting together? Now we have to find the against. So against, negative of this will be what? 1 minus 1 by 7, so it will be 6 upon 7. So we will take 6 ratio of, then in favor is 1 only. So our answer will be 6 ratio 1. This is our correct answer, that is odds against 2 people sitting together. Clear? Now let us take another question. Next question is, 3 bags contains, there are 3 bags, let us contain bag 1, bag 2nd and bag 3rd. These are the 3 bags. So in the first bag we have 3 red and 7 black balls. Second bag we have 8 red, 2 black balls, and in the third bag we have 4 red and 6 black balls. Correct? Now we have to draw one of the bags is selected at a random, then a ball is drawn from it. What is the then if the ball drawn is red, find the probability that it is drawn from the third bag. We have to find probability drawn from third bag when it is given that it is a red. When it is already given that it is a red ball, it will be what? So to select either of the bag, we have a probability 1 by 3. To select bag second, we have probability 1 by 3. To select the third bag, we have probability 1 by 3. So to select the red ball from the first bag, probability of red from first bag, it will be what? 3 upon 10. Then probability of red from the second ball, second bag, it will be what? 8 upon 10. Then probability of red from the third bag, it will be what? It will be 4 out of 10. Now we have to find that the probability drawn from the third bag. So intersection of the third bag as well as red. So it will be 1 by 3 multiplied by 4 by 10 and divided by 1 by 3 all the probability of the bags that the selecting as red. 1 by 3 multiplied by 3 upon 10 plus 1 by 3 multiplied by 8 upon 10 plus 1 by 3 multiplied by 4 upon 10. So if we solve this, it will be what? 4 upon 30 divided by 3 upon 30 plus 8 upon 30 plus 4 upon 30. This we can solve as 4 divided by 3 plus 8 plus 4. It will be 12 plus 15. So this will be a correct answer, that is 4 divided by 15. Right? So this is the probability that the ball drawn from the third bag, which is a red ball. Clear? Let us take another question. Last question of today's video. That India plays 2 matches each with West Indies and Australia. Okay? 2 matches are played each with West Indies and Australia. 2 match with West Indies, 2 match with Australia. In any match, probability of India getting points is 0, 1, 2. Either it will be a 0 point or it will be a 1 point or it will be a 2 point. So for the 0 points, we have the probability 0.45. To get the 1 point, we have the probability 0.05. And for getting 2 points, we have the probability 0.50. Right? Assuming that the outcomes are independent, probability that India getting at least 7 points. At least 7 points. Now this 0 point is for losing, this 1 point is for the draw, and these 2 points are for the winning. Correct? Now we have to select, we have to get at least 7 points. So either I will get 7 points or I will get 8 points. I will get 7 points when at least when 3 matches are winning, 3 matches I am winning and 1 match is of the draw. 1 match is of the draw. So it will be WWWD, or we can say WWDW, or we can say WDWW, or we can say draw, then winning, winning and winning. These are the 4 types. So probability will be what? How to find the probability? So there are 4 cases. 4. So 4C3, 4C3, or we can directly find 4 multiply. These are the 4 cases I am multiplying. So winning has a probability of 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is coming 3 times. So 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, that is 1 by 2 cube multiplied. Draw has a probability of 0.04. Right? It has the probability of 0.05. So 4 multiplied by 0.125 multiplied by 0.05. You can solve this. It will comes out to be 0. Let us solve it. It will be it will be what? We can take it 0.625 divided by 100 and multiplied by 4. So this will goes to 25. So it will be 0.025. Here it will be 0.025. Then 8 points when all are the winning. All the points are winning. So we have 0.5 raised to the power 2. Raised to the power 4. It will be raised to the power 4. So it will be 0.5 into 5, that is 25, 0.0625. Add all this 0.625. So the probability of at least 7 points, it will be 0.0625 plus 0.025. Add this, it will give you 0.0875. This will be your correct answer of the probability that India getting at least 7 points. Clear? So these are the few questions based on the probability. These are the very important questions, and these are the different types which we have seen. So thank you very much. Thank you for joining.